Vinny tells me a video about 3 kids in Dallas at a Walgreens. Okay, Vinny, you want to tell us what happened? I haven't seen this clip at all.
Okay, so there's 3 kids. They're robbing, stealing from a Walgreens in Dallas. They get locked inside, okay? And instead of being scared, embarrassed, I'm going to show you the attitude of them screaming, clowning the robbers, and threatening to attack them, okay? And then you guys as a parent, you guys are parents. Rob, please tell me how you would feel. And I'm going to get into what I think the parents and all that stuff. But they just got caught and they're locking them inside of Walgreens.
Go for it.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm going to break this door.
What do you say?
I'm going to break the door. 10 seconds.
I'll call my mom.
Him downstairs. That's it.
Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Show 4 out of that. Dad do that.
You can open the door.
Open up this door, because I'm not playing. All my fucking knows, y'all better open it. I'm not playing.
You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door.
Open up this door before we break this bitch.
Look at that, dude.
I'm gonna break something up in this bitch. On God, I'm gonna. You are.
Look, he wants to go hit her.
I would like that for with y'all. Do not play with me. Do not.
No kid is born this way.
No, hell no.
That's great. These kids were
No
made.
kid is born this way.
Yeah, look at that.
I will trash this off.
I'm closed. All right, we're sorry.
Who talks like that?
Here's my question.
Is that the only clip?
No,
Rob?
there's go ahead, Rob. This is them afterwards with the sister. She's going online because she's like, people are talking crap about them. Let me post a video which doesn't help the case at all. Rob, play this one. This is the sister.
She make more money than you. She got her own house. She pay her own bills. She got more shit than you. You broke. You ain't getting no more shit. And that was not food inside that bag. That was snacks and toys.
Snacks
and if it was, yeah, that's what y'all like the fuck.
Matter of fact, everybody steal. Matter of fact,
everybody steals.
Everybody that knows know y'all got food.
Y'all grown people.
And by the way, she posts multiple videos of this. By the way, this drove me crazy because I'm just gonna assume who was outside waiting for them to drive them away. It wasn't the sister, maybe the mom if she's still in the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I had to assume, you guys nailed it. How the hell do you get to that? How do we get to that behavior? Okay,
You're taught.
You're taught. Where's the father?
And you watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume there's no father in the picture. Okay, this is an exact result of tearing down the nuclear family that we talked about last week and pretending it doesn't matter. That type of attitude. And then this will boil over into that situation where that guy that we saw, they got pulled over, Pat. They got pulled over, and that attitude, that resentment, that entitlement, close the door, close the window, smashing the window, not listening to the police. What do you think these kids are going to turn into?
I'm cooperating. No, you're not. You're just sitting there with your hands up in a dash cam.
Yeah, with this attitude, what are these poor kids, and I feel bad for them, what are they going to turn into? What are they going to turn into? It's that culture that's happening right now that's out of freaking control. And if you say anything, you should see all the hate I got on Instagram because of the freaking guy that was pulled over and wasn't listening to the cops. Man, you don't know nothing, you racist. Wait till I see you. It's like, okay, whatever. What are those kids? What's the future
I want to show
of
you
those
something.
kids?
Going to turn into? They're already
turn into
80% of the way there.
I want to show you something. I found this video a couple weeks ago. This is in 1986. You're talking 40 years ago, okay? They're interviewing a bunch of single mothers, okay? And look how they're speaking. Go ahead, Rob.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. 1. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home.
There you go.
You know, it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
Wow.
Though you would not have heard such things said so freely because they were not embraced so widely. The strong family was still the backbone of Black America, and 3 out of 4 children had both parents at home. That is true no longer. Most Black children are now growing up without their fathers. The result is a world turned upside down as children copy what they see and repeat what they learn. LaDawn said she didn't have a father in her home and doesn't think her children need one. She's not unusual. Half the black families today are headed only by a woman.
That's
Lorinda said she
86.
could make it on her own as a single parent. She has never been married and is raising her daughter without a man's help. She's not unusual. Today, nearly 60% of all black children are born out of wedlock.
Unbelievable. That's 86, and it's not gotten better. So now what do you do? So the same people they voted for came up with these policies that destroyed the incredibly conservative, strong, disciplined African-American families that wore suits and ties, the way they dressed. Hey, boy, stand up, carry yourself. I remember I met somebody when I was in the military, some of these, folks I would meet, the level of discipline. Now you hear some of the stories, because for every story like this you hear, you also hear stories about, who the CEO of Lowe's is. Go to the CEO of Lowe's. Lowe's CEO is a man named Marvin Ellison, okay? He's been with them now for 6 or 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. This is a Fortune 100 company ran by Marvin Ellison. Do you know who his brother is? Can you type in who Marvin Ellison's brother is?
I assume it's not Larry Ellison.
No, it's not Larry Ellison, but Marvin Ellison's brother, you would know who he is. Marvin Ellison's brother is somebody, not this one, they have a couple of them.
Oh, Keith Ellison?
We had him on the podcast, if you remember.
Keith Ellison?
Not Keith Ellison.
Oh.
We had, is it Vincent? Can you type in, Rob, if I'm not Vince Ellison? Yes. Do you guys remember when we had him on the podcast?
Oh, on election night?
Election night,
He's
yes.
incredible.
That's his brother.
Get outta
Guys,
here.
what I'm trying to
Talk
tell
about
you.
good parenting.
And by the way, they were raised by incredible parents.
Yes, he's awesome.
Incredible parents.
Respect.
Right values. You see where one of them is at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Fortune 100 CEO of a company since 2018. So this is the stark difference between the two. But when you come up with bad policies, you're like, well, Planned Parenthood. So what we got? This is unfair. Freedom of choice. Oh, really? The whole purpose of Planned Parenthood was to eliminate African Americans. That's what the founder wanted. She wasn't there because she was so sentimental about the African American community. What percentage of abortions do you think happens from that? What percentage of abortions that Planned Parenthood does is African Americans? What is the number?
Over 40%.
Over
Decades.
40%, guys.
Yep.
Over 40%
Population's never been over 16.
Yes. Then what do?
Over
Add
40%
hip-hop,
of the customers.
add drugs, add taking entitlement value, add giving money for having kids out of wedlock, add all this stuff. And then what do? You destroy an entire community of people who are being raised by them. I'm not saying everybody. Look at that number right there. Non-Hispanic black women, 41% of the abortions.
Yeah, and they're only
Then
7% of the country.
They're not African Americans. You mean the
14.
women?
African American women, 13% of the
7%,
country. Exactly.
Yes.
Meaning it's they're
I know.
outkicking their coverage.
I understand. But 41.5% of all the abortions is by black women. Then it's white women. Then it's Hispanic women. Then it's all the other races. How did we get here? How did this happen? Yeah, and these videos that you see with kids talk like that. I'm like, wait, last night I'm talking to Luke and Preston, right? Two boys coming up to me, how respectful they are, right? Then you see these guys that are playing baseball, parents, incredible people, the Gaitans. And then you have Chris and Vecina Hart. I see their kids.
Mm-hmm.
CJ, who's a boxer. They see crossing the stage. They're on the stage on all the stuff that they're saying. Man, I mean, this is a very different way of raising, and this is a real issue. So when you show me clips like this, and I'm like, well, it's your racist, it's this, it's that. No, it's called a representation. I'm Armenian. Go to Glendale. In Glendale, look how much medical fraud you'll hear on the insurance side with Armenians. Some of it is right, of what happened, how many people took advantage of it. It's true. Those stereotypes come because some of it is true. You go look at folks that are, terrorists, blowing things up. What are they? Are they Mormons? Are they Jews? Are they Christians? What are they when you hear that phrase? Muslim extremist. These stereotypes that you go and look, like, hey, man, pull your pants up. Walk up straight. Talk. Stop using the slang words. It's not the kids' fault. That's how you heard everybody talk. Gangster rap, when you listen to, you speak a certain language, who become your heroes. So to me, when I see videos like that, Vinny, it's very disturbing. Because it's not the kids' fault, man. It's the parents. The parents did that. They learned that from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's a learned habit.
Yeah. And you know what? I want to piggyback, and then because you said how and why, like to me, and Tom, please tell me if you're kind of following me. It's as if the government, that's the plan. They want to remove the father. That's why they always push this single. You could do it, girl. Do it by yourself. They create confusion. Okay, and then the state steps in as your daddy. So then they go to school. They learn, the school, the media, and the government. They become the authority, and that's how you build a society that listens to the politicians instead of listening to their own blood. I
appreciate you use the word society because there's two things that have absolutely destroyed the African American community. Now, they will read, I'm going to first go to something. They will read talking points. Oh, it was, companies pulled money out of Cleveland, pulled money out of Pittsburgh, out of downtown, and it left no jobs. No, the Great Society under Lyndon Johnson and Planned Parenthood are the two greatest impacts on the African-American community that was assimilating, getting through civil rights chapter of America, and moving forward, as Pat pointed out, dressed in suits, going to church. They were very respectful with everybody. People were respectful with them. And those two things, the Great Society under Lyndon Johnson, which was a lie below the surface, and Planned Parenthood have taken it here. Everything else that we're seeing downstream is now an artifact of that, but they're responsible to it. It may not be your fault, but it is your reality, is what every person has to face. Look at Gabe, a man I love and respect. It wasn't his fault that the country and the government was shifting in Iran, but it was his reality, and he had to go do something and make hard choices and get himself out of it because he said, I'm not going to continue here. All of us have faced that, some deeper than others, but what you're talking about is exactly right. It's exactly right.
Every year, folks, there's threats. When you're in business, when you're building your business, whatever you're doing. This year, we are releasing our annual Top 20 Threat Report coming up at a free webinar on August 19th, 6 p.m. with a white paper that will be given to everybody. These are threats that we personally go through ourselves. We now have grown our business the last couple of years from 20 employees, 30 employees to now 164 full-time employees. This is not ICs. This is not independent contractors. I'm talking that's on the Valuetainment side. And then on the PHV side, we're dealing with a complete different threats. So we're simply taking all of those threats and we're sharing it with you to be ready with it. Some of it is evergreen threats. Some of it is emerging green. Some of it is black swan threats. But it's things that you need to know about. So if you haven't yet registered for this, I think I'm saying this for the first time today, but maybe you've seen some of the ads other places. Go to vtwebinar.com. Again, vtwebinar.com. Sign up for it. Anybody that's on there at the end of it, we will give the white paper of the 20 threats to all of you. Again, go to vtwebinar.com, register for it, and we'll share it with you. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.